Hi everyone, it's Willis, Kiwi Scrapper from New Zealand, back again to do part 2 of this lace fabric album for Seriously Scrapping. That's Irene in Australia, for her birthday challenge, and that ends on the 28th of January this month. So I'll start where I left off before the camera rudely cut out on me. I think I was explaining about this, that it's off a 1930s doll dress, and the doll dress, the bodice was pretty dilapidated, so I just took the skirt apart and this was just one of the little frills. Now as I was putting the glue on, this kind of like closed up, so it frilled even more, which was actually very advantageous because it looks far better than if it had been just laying there flat. And it's a very, very pale, it's got black thread sewing along there. It's a very pale sort of creamy beige colour. And I've popped in two vintage pearlized buttons there. And in the corner here, this is a out of a bunch of artificial flowers, fabric flowers I got from a knot shop a while ago, and I took them all apart and reassembled them and popped in a flat back pearl. So it's a daffodil, which is good because in Australia and New Zealand it's summer, so we've just had our daffodils out. Over here we've got some lovely embroidered lace on tulle, which is a beautiful cream colour. Up here we've got various layers. Probably just a bit too much to go through all the layers there, but anyway. And this is the layer on the bottom here, so that's the bottom of the layer there, and then there's this cream over top of it, and there's cream lace there again, and this again is Broderie Anglaise. It was a stark white colour, and that was dyed the same as this one in the red cabbage, so that came out a beautiful, beautiful lilac lavender colour. I forgot over here this beautiful purple trim. I got that off a shop in Etsy with little pearls in it. And this here is a clip. So if Irene's feeling generous, she can take that off and use it in Madison's hair. It's a hair clip. So that just, or she can pop in a photograph of Madison, which is actually why I put it up here. Just so she could, I left that area blank so that she could, if she's got a small picture of herself in Madison, or just of Madison, I thought she could pop it in and secure it with the clip somehow. So yeah, so that's that page. So we just sort of go over those. I've got a bit more time because this is part 2 and I've only got another 2 pages or 3 pages to show you, so. Okay, so that's the little page, the purple, what I call the purple page. Okay, so over here we've got a white page, and there's a little bit of cream trim around here just to offset the white so it didn't look too sterile. The laces up here. This is a lovely bridal trim that I bought at great expense from a New Zealand shop probably about 3 or 4 years ago. And beneath that there's another trim which starts there and ends up here, and that I actually took off, cut out of a what do they call it, those little bodices, starts with CH, chemise, I don't know what they call them, but teddy, is it teddy, I don't know, but yeah, sometimes the lace on those are very pretty, and I always look out for them in op shops because you can get them for a couple of dollars. And then I take all the lace off, and that's a very pretty piece of lace there. Along the bottom here we've got some of this lovely organza entwined with iridescent pearls. and then there's that trim down the bottom there that also acts as a trim on the back for the other one. This is a flower that I cut out of a placemat in the bottom of it, and over top of that there's organza flower out of a bridal headdress with beautiful iridescent and clear sequins and little crystal beads and a pearl in the middle there. The backing of this is a this bit here, that's a white net curtain, the same as I used on the front page or the cover page. And here we've got this lovely image, and I use this image because it's all in white. It's sort of a, it's an Edwardian image. It's Edwardian mum with a little girl. Look at that beautiful bonnet the wee girl's wearing. But because it's done in white on the black background rather than the sepia, which gives you different tones of lemon and pink, that's why I use this one, or that's why I chose that one to use. Here we've got little flower, organza flower again, and I've popped in a I didn't want any colours and stuff, so I popped in a smoky, it's like a smoky topaz bit of bling there, and I glued down two little bits of white like organza or nylon that I just cut off the bottom of a bigger ribbon, so they popped in there. So that's that page there. Okay, and this is my cream page, and it's a very rich cream, so it's kind of like got very pale lemony colours in it, and pistachio green. This is a very pale pistachio green, and this actually came from Irene in as either part of my prize givings from the last challenge or in a swap. I'm not sure which, but it's a very beautiful, very pale pistachio green. Absolutely gorgeous, and you very rarely get that kind of colour. And oh sorry, I just jolted the camera, beg your pardon. And I've used this beautiful gossamer lace again with this time instead of using these, oh yes, I have used the scalloped edge still with the fringing and the pointed edges up under here, but it's been lost. So we've got the pistachio one over top of that. We've got a knitted crochet delicate trim down the bottom here. Put in a bit of ribbon here because I put this gorgeous embroidered on tulle cream lace up there, and of course you could to hide the edge of that, I put this embroidered ribbon on cream. And this ribbon came in a swap with Sonia Steptoe, and she's in Australia also, and I frayed the edges of it top and bottom just for a little bit of extra interest. Got this pearl trim, came off eBay, and I'd dearly love to remember which seller I got it off because I want some more, because I finished it all and I can't find it, so I'm really annoyed about that. This is just a little trim off a bigger trim. Just cut that piece out. There's a little piece of leaf, 3 leaves here that I cut out of the bigger trim up there. This was all out of I think I've got a metre of it. Yeah, metre off it just recently. I just cut the leaves, 3 little leaves, and put them there. There's net over the back here, a net trim. We've got the same, I did the same at the top as I did at the bottom, so we've got the pistachio thing there, and we've got, and just got the lovely peach colour from the back cover showing through, which gives it a real pretty colour. And we've got the knitted trim there and the flowers here, and I've used some more of this knitted trim right down here so that it actually framed the page. It goes here and down here. I didn't put it, oh yes, I have put it across there, yes, it's just a bit more hidden. And along here I've put 4 different vintage pearl buttons. They're all approximately the same size. This one's got 4 holes in it, that one's got 2, that's got 4, that's got 2. So they're all different. And along here we've got some more of this lovely cream lace that comes, and it's at the backing here, it comes on it's embroidered on tulle, and another piece of whiter lace there just to offset that cream. And again, you can see that lovely peach coming through. So that's my cream page. I've put a bow in the corner here of this lovely, very, very, very soft lemon or rich cream net, and I've just left that dangling down the corner. And the image is, it's a very pale sepia colour, so it sort of comes out sort of washed over with a sort of a cream, of a very classic image, Edwardian image of a mum and her daughter, dressed up in very soft clothing. I always leave the net, those are 3 fabric rolls, I always leave the net on them. I know people cut the net off. I like the net because it just softens over edges, so that's why I do that. Okay, so that's that one, and now we're on to the back page of the book. And I know a lot of people leave their back pages without images, and they leave them pretty plain, but I wanted to put an image on this one as well. So this is peach, another shabby chic colour, beautiful colour, not used a lot, but so I had this gorgeous gathered peach lace, and I'm not sure where that came from. You forget, don't you? And I put a little bit of this pistachio green creamy lace that I put on the previous page. That's going across here over top of the frill. The frill's all the way around. And here we've got, I found out, this was the last remaining piece I had of this 1950 rayon or nylon pleated trim. So I created it into the shape of a fan. And then I popped this lovely organza flower back on, which I've got several of throughout the album, and the little organza flower, and I put some little organza trims here off a child's headband that ends with pearls. I've got both go over there. Along here I've got a lovely crochet peach trim, which I got off eBay a few months ago, I think it was, and I've been waiting for the opportunity to use that because I don't often use peach, but you know, it's a beautiful colour. The background of this page is cream lace, so this is peach and cream and white page. It's covered over the whole thing. There's all this cream fabric. There's a cherub here, that's same as on the front page, so we've got a cherub on the front, a cherub on the back page, and we've got a lovely peachy, beautiful peachy champagne butterfly, organza embroidered butterfly in the corner there. We've got an embroidered flower motif, white flower motif, and I popped a flat back pearl into that one, and it's got leaves and things, and they extend down here. There's a little bit of trim under this picture, and just see I made it peeking out the top there. So this is kind of like a whole applique here, not that part, but all this part here, and going right up to there, quite a big applique. And there's organza and white satin bow with pearls on it, and the image, which is sepia again, or sepia, whichever you want to pronounce it. And again, this one has got the real sepia tones, which tend to go towards peach colours. So there's the gown. The mother's gown looks as if it's sort of a peach colour. Mother and daughter again. So that's that back page. And again, that's the spine. So, since we've got time, I'll just flip through it quickly again. Get my shoe. There's your front page. I hope that's in focus. Hard to see really. These digital cameras, they're not so good at picking up close detail. So Irene's one should be much better. That's the lemon page, lemon and cream. And here's your pink page. And as I say, this is not going to fall apart. It's all held together, it's stitched through diligently, I might say. Stitched through right through down the centre here with satin ribbon. I thought that just was a nice finishing touch. You can't see it a lot, but I know it's there. And like just occasionally there's a satin stitch there. So just occasionally you will see it. If Irene pulls the lace up, there's a satin stitch there. So I thought it was just a nice finishing touch. It's a little organza out of that's half a doily I cut off. Quite pretty. Oops, sorry, bumping the blinking tripod. And my white page, which has got the lovely frill down the bottom there. And onto my cream page with its lovely bow, net bow. And all the antique buttons. And there's just those beautiful images. And I hope this actually is something special for Irene. That's a lovely back peach page. And I love those tones. So I managed to get all the shabby chic colours in there, which is why I did that number of pages. Yeah, so okay, well, I hope Irene loves it, and happy birthday, Irene, and thanks for being a good friend here on YouTube. I hope everybody else loves it too. Okay people, saying goodbye now. Bye.